running, I'm running, running, I'm running, running, I'm running, running, I'm running, running, I'm running. Hey, running, I run, running, I running, I KB experiment.
Yo, what's going on? We're back again. Another great episode that just happened by the grace of the universe. I've been trying to plan this one for a while, and just out of nowhere, from New York to Houston, we ended up sitting down, and I was only supposed to interview one person. This turned into a 4-man podcast, which is amazing, man. Sometimes things happen that you don't expect. You meet good people. That's why you always have to have good energy. You know, if you don't have good energy, man, people, they pick it up, they see it, they feel it. If you're not authentic, that shit's going to bite you in the butt, for sure, I'm telling you. But just from treating people nice and having good conversations and giving value and showing respect, this is what happens because of that. I was able to sit down with someone real important, someone who really has showed me how to really give back to the community. I tell you, if I had the big bucks, or when I do, I'm going to do a lot of charity. Why? Because I've been taken care of when I was younger. My family's been taken care of. I've been gifted and blessed with so much stuff that, it's only right that I give back. And that's I've done that, but I want to do it to this scale. You know, we're going to talk to Wayne Schneider from PCNY. If you guys don't know who they are, go check them out at PCNY on Instagram. Trust me, it's a dope profile. But Wayne, his team, man, they do some good work, man. KING SaLADeEN jumped in. I've been wanting to meet that guy for a while. I love his artwork, and I love his story. It's the first time I heard it while we recorded this podcast. I was like, holy shit, man, that's fucking amazing. And you know, I just think it was destiny to listen to some of these things. And another dude, Brian, that again, he was with everyone, said, you know what, jump in and let's talk. He touches base on some of the things that he does. So, you know, you never know how things are going to end up. You never know who you're going to talk to. That's why I say treat people with respect. And a lot of times in certain situations when somebody treats you like shit, you can always de-escalate that. You know, there's times where people will say, man, you're an asshole, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I go, you know what? You might be right. Thank you very much for the kind words. You got to play that game. The voice, the language has to change, because you never know. Sometimes there's people that will check you or try to check you. You come back with like a sarcastic type of, rebuttal, not anger, not violence. You're just like, yeah, okay, no problem. You have a good day anyway. God bless you, right? You never know where they're going to end up. And I've had times where I've done that, and you know what? They've come back and apologize, and or, if they were a customer, they bought whatever it is that I was selling, or it's always something positive that came out of it. And I learned that a while ago working in the automotive field. I treat people a certain way. You know, it's not personal. They come in here with a bad attitude, and I get it. It's life. But doesn't mean that you have to give that back to them. Sometimes you giving back that positive energy gives them positive energy. And when they see that, you never know. Like I said, you never know. That's why when I cut people off or get into road rage, I don't like to talk too much, because a lot of times you pull into the store that you're going to, guess who's going to be there? That same person. So now you're like, oh shit, what am I got to fight? So, mind your manners, be easy. And somebody comes up to you popping shit and swinging, okay, that's totally different. Somebody is disrespecting you to your face in a manner that alright, you've now crossed a certain line, we're going to fight. I'm not saying in those situations, but there's a lot of situations that we can de-escalate. So let's get in it. Another one you're going to enjoy. Make sure you go ahead and give us feedback, because we want to know. Check out our sponsors, please. Those are the dudes that pay the bills. They keep this show alive because they pay the bills. So if you don't check them out, it just doesn't work. Go check them out, follow them, go to the website. And you know what? The people that I put up and I get as sponsors is people that I like, products that I use. I don't like to jump into that whole just for money thing. It's not good for me. I want to push something out that I know is good, that I use and that I trust. Because again, I mean, you guys are listening to me. Why would I give you bad advice? That's not the goal. So go check them out and let's get this shit started. Today's show is sponsored by KB Media. That's actually me. I'm sponsoring my own show. KingBorris.com. We do anything that's social media related. You want a website? You want a landing page? You want editing on a podcast? You want to learn how to podcast? You need a full-blown social media presence? We can do it all. Anything that's related to online, we can do. You want me to build a custom PC with your face on it that glows? I got you. KB Media, we do it all. Just go to the website, KingBorris.com. Look around. We do mentor programs one-on-one. I've done, large-scale Zoom training sessions on the basics and advanced setups for social media. There's nothing that we can't do. So if you're looking to expand your brand and grow more than you have and kind of stand out from the rest of the crowd, KingBorris.com. Check us out. Oh, yes, one last thing. The audio quality. I apologize if it kills your ears, but we kind of ended up in the lobby at a hotel at the Houstonian. A lot of classical music in the background and big echoey room. Turned into 4 people. Originally supposed to be 2, so. But I made some adjustments accordingly because I wasn't going to walk away from this one. So bear with me, but enjoy the episode because I loved it. I really want to talk about the whole charity thing and how people hated what you said because I know what you said, but they were talking shit. And you're like, yo, I do all this charity stuff, and all of a sudden you give more attention to the bullshit.
Well, that was that's like politics.
Right. Well, I'll segue.
And it wasn't even politics. I said that I didn't believe that Trump really had COVID when he said he had COVID. That's all I said.
That was not even.
That was it. I didn't say if Biden would have said he had COVID, I would have said the same thing. But then what pissed me off was all these people on my page attacking me for saying that, like so pissed. But yeah, I said, damn, all this energy at me for just commenting the guy didn't have COVID or not, whatever. And you're attacking me, but yet you don't applaud me. For the charity, or forget. I don't do it for the applause, but I'm just calling it out like that. You're attacking me for this, but not applauding me for the good and the amount of good that I do. And not to toot my own horn, I'm not even doing it for that. When you're attacking me on some bullshit, you better fucking applaud me when I'm supporting these neighborhoods, when I'm helping the people out that probably work for you.
Right.
They barely get by, and I'm helping them, so they're not mad at you when they go to work because they're probably your employees that I'm helping out. You never know. The people that were attacking me.
Yes.
I saw who they were. They were people that were very well off. Very well off. I know them in the car community. I see their names. So that really got
hate is.
I never see you to donate $1.
Right.
That's what. And I never. My page is very, very neutral. It never is no drama. My page is just fun. It's cars and it's community work. That's it. And SaLADeEN, obviously.
Yes.
That's it. Nothing else goes on my page. I don't mess with nothing else. I might joke around here and there, but the jokes are fun. It was the first time I ever said something, and it was not meant to be whose side.
It wasn't even political. It was just.
It wasn't political. I just said this is another stunt. That's it. Simple as that.
I don't think
propaganda. And then 2 days later, the guy says he's better than ever in his life. He never felt better in his life. I mean, I had COVID. I didn't feel great 2 days after.
If it was 20.
If it was 20.
Nah. Oh man. Well, first let me introduce that we got Wayne from PCNY and King SaLADeEN sitting in front of me. We're sitting here in in the Houstonian Hotel. It's a very nice place.
Very classic.
Yeah.
Biggest fireplace in America.
Yeah.
Very nice hotel. I actually asked the people yesterday if there's any ghosts in this hotel. It has that classic.
Oh shit! Have you been in Houston before?
Once.
Yeah,
I was very scared when I was
First
here.
time in Houston.
First time
in Texas. Period.
Yeah, it's a different world. Being here 6 years now, I've acclimated. But every time I go back to New York, I almost get into a fight like the first day I get there. I mean, right away. I land, I go out, and something happens, and already we're like, yo, you talking shit. I'm like, great. I'm going back to Texas.
Yeah. Nice
But
and calm.
oh yeah. So tell me about yourself, Wayne. You obviously do a lot of not just charity, but I mean I love your page because you have Jada Kiss on there, Envy's on there, Einstein of Wall Street. You guys did that talk outside one day for like 3 days, just sitting there dropping knowledge, and that was great.
I'm just blessed to be in a position that I'm liked from the Einsteins to the Jada Kisses, Envy's, Styles, to that people I'm close with, and then everything in between. And I just try to put things out there and help people at the same time, and use my connects to do that. That's what I'm about. I mean, it ain't nothing about money with me. It's been about helping others. And if I help myself as it keeps it moving, or God helps me as I'm helping others, then I'm grateful for that. But that's pretty much what PCNY is in a nutshell. It's be a good person. That's what it stands for, actually. Give back and hustle like a mother.
All day. Yeah. I think you hold the record for most turkeys given away. Is that true?
Absolutely. We definitely have a record. I mean, this year's going to definitely hit Guinness. We're aiming for 25,000 turkeys to give away, which is just... If you, I don't know how I could put that number in realization. I don't even know what I could say. I mean, I wish I knew how many people lived in Lower East Side,
right?
In the projects. Then you could say, I'm feeding the whole damn Lower East Side, and then
I get you.
It's something crazy. I mean, the book bag drive. We probably got, if we're doing 16,000 book bags, how many schools is that? How many kids are in a school? Mm-hmm. Think about how many schools that is. It's crazy. And the only reason that this happens is because of this network that is around us, and that believes and sees the passion that everyone has that's involved in this. It's not me. I mean, I'm just in the sense of the quarterback that's just kind of QBing the situation, but it's everyone else that plays their part, that pushes it, that's involved, that jumps out the window to help. Because to do these numbers, and the way we do it continuously, especially with the food stuff that we're still doing, it's not solo, that's for sure. It's everybody capitulating, and the best part about it, I don't have to ask anybody to do anything. They just come and do it, no matter what it is. It could be 10 o'clock, 30 degrees out, 20 degrees out in Manhattan. Hey, Wayne, we're coming to the city, help you feed the homeless tonight. Oh, thank you, I don't have to ask. Come, you bring food. We brought 10 other people to bring food. Yeah. Wow. And that's how it goes.
And I've been seeing it. I mean, these truckloads. You went to Newark not too long ago.
Yeah, I went to Newark.
I lived right next door to Newark for 20-something years, so I know.
They were so appreciative.
And with Redman,
Redman was there. It was crazy. And let me tell you something. Listen, it's one thing when these celebrities come out and they're there for the post and this, which is fine.
Yeah.
But he was really like nonstop working the whole time. And he stayed the whole day.
That's his
whole day till the last box was gone.
Man, he's from Newark.
He's from Newark. He really was happy to be part of it, and it was cool seeing Redman out there as a guy.
Reggie Noble. Yeah, I've been.
That's a legend.
And I'm glad he's doing well. Him and Method Man, they've always been.
They definitely. Thank God. For a minute, it was definitely a slow time for those guys.
Yes.
Method Man, once you get on that, you mess with 50, you good, and he's back. He's all the way back now, Method Man.
Well, they're doing well, and I just want to say, I grew up in that area when I was young, and I actually have been benefited from those giveaways. One day, I think I was like 10 years old, somebody just delivered a shitload of presents to my mom, to our house, and we lived on Section 8. So, like, we were in the hood, and I just saw her sitting there crying in joy and, like, damn, she had no money for presents. When I tell you it was lined up, I'll never forget that. So ever since then, I said, you know what? I'm always going to, somehow, some way, somebody's getting something because they need it. But just from this end, that changes people's lives.
Listen, I tell these people all the time, I say, look, you see it on the page, and we're giving so much stuff and it looks fun. You have no idea what that one box does. Yes. For a family to go home with, that they don't have to not come out of their pockets. They don't have it in their pocket. Try to find $60 to fill that refrigerator up because they're already paycheck to paycheck or barely paycheck to paycheck. Mm-hmm. So that box is such a blessing for these people. It is, and I know, and that's why I'm just so happy that we could have this opportunity.
It's
crazy.
It's a human will. I mean, we're supposed to help each other.
Every single day. This is not like once in a blue moon. It's every day.
Yeah.
5 days a week since what? April, May?
No, bro. Through the whole COVID.
Damn. But that's, it's definitely needed, and from somebody on that end.
I didn't hear what you just said about appreciating the gifts.
It
brought a tear to my eye.
Changed my life. And then I used to live in a shelter with my family. I'm telling you, I lived poor in the dirt. And I always remember this one dude. I don't even know who he was. Dude had a mansion. They bussed all of us there to his house Winter Wonderland. I mean, he had everything out. He bought us a Genesis and Walkmans. Because I'm like, let me make this list. He ain't gonna buy me this. Fucking, I got it all. I got, but
good souls out
I'm
there.
sitting there and I'm like, we ate. He had clowns with balloons. I mean, all this shit.
Wow.
And I to this day, I've been trying to find out who he is. My sister worked at that shelter, which was a shelter for battered women.
Where was this? Where is this?
In Elizabeth, New Jersey.
No,
yeah.
and so it was in Elizabeth guy's house?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I was like 10 or 8 years old, 9 years old. I don't know. I don't remember. I was too young.
That's crazy.
But
Jersey, though.
Yeah.
What have you done to try to find out, though? What have you actually
My
done?
sister actually worked there. She's a social worker now, and she ended up working at the place that we lived. And even she couldn't find out because a lot of that stuff is they do it out of their heart. They don't want nobody to know. It got nothing to do with notoriety. It's just, but when I tell you we had everything and this, I mean, they must have spent so much money, and I'm just like, why would people do this? I'm not used to this.
Right.
But ever since then, man, like I've getting the shoes off of my feet. I give people money, and now I'm in a better place where I could do it. So,
Right.
But just know that shit goes a long way, and you guys are changing lives, and you're making people know
They go a long way.
I can be that way too one day. Because that's pretty much what we do. We go, you know what? One day I'm gonna give back because somebody gave me
I
something.
learned all my giving back from Wayne and Orrin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've heard it and I've seen, NBA players, come through, maybe do it once a year or something like that in the hood. But like when I started, really being around Wayne and Orrin and being a part of PCNY, I was like, yo, when I get to that level where I'm able to give back, we taking this to Philly. And that's what we've been doing for the last 4 years.
I think it'd be great to build a community even bigger that can, let's say a drive that's nationwide. You know what I mean? And it could get to that. That takes time. But like I know here, we have a gentleman, Wesley Virgin, very wealthy guy. He goes every Sunday. He's downtown giving away food. He'll go buy $1,000 worth of food, buy sneakers, everything. And I know where he's at every freaking Sunday.
Wow.
He says, this is why I made it, because I give back and it's my duty. And the dude hands everything out, and I'm like, damn, I'm inspired. I want to go buy a bunch of shit. He bought literally like 100 tents off of Amazon, because we got people out here living in tents.
Tent city, yeah.
We have our own tent city down here in Houston.
Listen, tent city is better than sleeping on the street with nothing, though.
No, yeah. I mean,
Comfortable, you're in a tent. Make your little self at home. I mean, and the weather ain't bad. I'm just saying.
no, in general. I mean, look, it is what it is. People are in certain situations.
Right,
But you know what? It's just, it's the reality.
Right.
And you either roll with it or you don't. What's going on, man? We got
So this is
another one
Brian.
jumping in. Brian, what's up?
Borris. What's going on?
Pleasure to meet you.
He's originally Queens. Down
Pleasure.
here now.
Queens, Jamaica Queens.
He's also your name's Brooklyn always. You're not big Queens, right?
What's that?
I like that shirt.
Thank you.
Man, that's that shirt right there, too. That's that shirt.
What we got going on?
Well, we're doing a podcast.
Podcast right now.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you just literally jumped in. I don't know if I have another mic,
We'll
but
pass him the mic. It's fine.
all right,
That's all
cool.
Don't let me disrupt.
Let's talk about
you in
King
here.
SaLADeEN, because we want to know more about you. I mean, you're an artist, and I got a lot of artists that listen to this.
Yeah. More about me, like.
I
Question.
mean, what do you do?
Well, I'm an artist, entrepreneur, creator. I'm gonna say creator because I'm dibbling and dabbling in a lot of different things other than just canvas and the typical painting stuff. So it's just been a blessing, man. And I'm from West Philadelphia. Wasn't schooled through art. Just always had a passion for art through sports and just everything. That was the thing I could do. That it wasn't really ranked. It wasn't really like, okay, somebody did it a little better than you, because I wasn't involved. It was just it was in my head and in my basement. So fast forward after multiple jobs and multiple this and multiple that, I left my job in 2011 and really took the pursuit of art serious, because I had no idea what to do, where to go, nothing.
Right.
So I just figured, like, if I gave it my 100%, something was gonna happen. I had no clue, bro. Like,
Threw in all the
literally
chips.
No clue. Met Orrin and Wayne, I think 2013, after my best friend passed away. I started going to New York, and it's been history ever since, man. Like, seriously, my story's so long that I'm
Yeah.
I gotta
No,
cut
it's
it
cool.
like that. But yeah,
It's
man,
cool.
it's
We'll
just a
get-
blessing to be around these great people.
We'll open up that avenue at some point, because everybody's story matters, and that's the whole point of this. Is I like people to hear how you got to where you're getting, because you're human.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that there's some special skill, some special sauce, and that's all bullshit. It's hard work. A lot of the shit that people went through happened by mistake sometimes. And it doesn't mean
I think the sauce is faith, though, because everybody can work hard, But it's like it's that extra. It's that extra. It's like walking on faith. It's walking on faith because it's certain things most people want to do something, and it's like, all right, I'm doing A to get to C. It's like if you just do A and continue, that might get to like W, and you like, wow, I didn't even know W existed. I thought I was trying to get to C. You know what I mean? So that's how I think it really is. It's like faith in God, faith in your ability, have good people around you, and just don't stop.
Persistence.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. The secret sauce, I say, is super thick, nasty shit that you got to try to wade through. And people think it's a secret sauce. I got it. Hell no, you got to go through hell to get to where you're at.
That's the hell part. You get through that hell part. If you could survive that hell part,
right? I think that whatever it is that's given to you,
the whole time for a long time. But get through and navigate through it. You see, like as he said, A to C. That hell part is actually C, D, E, F, G, H, and when you come out of it, you've been going through and you at W.
Sometimes you go backwards. You know what I mean?
Definitely, I do that too.
But it's part of the step. And shit, I just turned 40 on Saturday.
Whoa, happy birthday, man!
Thank you. But I'm still learning, and this is the first time in my life I'm working for myself. I got 3 kids that I'm supporting. My wife's in college. I'm the only breadwinner, but you know what? That don't mean shit to me because I know where I'm going.
That's the motivation. And you got a job. You can't.
It sucks you in.
You can't go nowhere. So it's like you just working. You just spending dead time away from your family to get. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's like you can take it to the next level, bro.
Work got me to Houston, and when I tell you I worked 24 hours, not 24 hours, 7 days a week. I did, 7 months straight, 7 days a week, 8 to 12-hour shifts through the summer in Houston, which is pretty damn high. I worked at the Budweiser plant, but they pay you great, but it was like death work. 7 days for 7 months. But you know what? You do what you got to do for your family. So, and this is always something I've wanted to do: just sit down and talk about whatever and give out a positive vibe to people.
Bro,
so
if you would have told me that I was be able to make $10 off art sitting in Philadelphia, I'd be like, maybe $10. You know what I'm saying?
No,
about a life, like a life. This is what you said. Like I have 2 kids now. My wife, she doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? And it's like that came from faith. That came from me really digging in because it was like everybody was saying. Nobody from the hood is really accustomed to the life of an artist, trying to be art, trying to create, trying to sell things that you create. We just buy things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know that life.
We're more consumers. So my biggest thing was I just wanted to create some stuff, man. And I had a great friend along the way, JP, who passed away from cancer, that just was like, yo, this dude was literally my battery. Because personally, if you know me, sometimes I kind of get in my own little like, I don't feel like it today. He was the one that was like a Wayne almost. He was like a Wayne, like, you crazy? Like, you crazy? Come on, man.
Let's do this shit.
Let's go. Like, all right. And then
that sounds just like Wayne, too, by the way.
And then it turned out amazing. And I'll be so glad that, like, he pushed me because me personally, I would want to just chill. Yeah. So it was just like...
Thank God for JP.
Thank God for JP.
I mean, you need people in your life that are going to support you and push you along, not suck all your energy out. And as you progress, people want to learn from you, and that kind of sometimes keeps you stagnant. You want to keep going up.
I have a little something I want to say. Actually, I don't really speak on it. The only time I ever speak on this is when someone asks me, how do you know him? How did you build your relationship with him? Me and you never really spoke about him. He knows the story. And it's kind of crazy. Orrin and I are partners. That's my brother. In the concierge business. That's what we do. We're concierge service, car service. That was what we started. And I guess Orrin's always into different things. He already saw, I guess, him on Instagram. I didn't know about him. And I guess I think he was trying to buy a painting off you before he came to the retina thing, right? He was trying to, but he didn't. He already bought something, like for like $300, $400.
I came to Wills.
Right, but that was after the event. Before the retina event. You met Orrin before the retina event?
That was when I first met y'all in real life.
Yeah,
that was at Will's house. No, that was at Will's.
At Will's house after the event we went there.
No. Because after you said, yo, why don't you come on back up? We got events going on.
We went from the retina event to Will's house that night, and we stayed there until like 5 a.m.
We didn't. Because I came up with AJ.
You came with AJ?
To bring a painting, and I was just going to get my $1,500 from Orrin.
But that was before the event or after the event?
This is when I just didn't know anybody.
Oh, really? So you came to the event?
Yeah, y'all said, yo, you want to drop the painting? Orrin said, yo, do you want to mail it or you want to come up here? JP was always like, yo, you got to go meet people and you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I came up there and y'all was having a party at Will's. And then y'all said, yo, you might as well chill.
So we had a party. I wonder what that was for. Okay,
it was like a bunch of models everywhere. It was crazy.
Oh, man.
That's what
I'm married. I don't even know what you're saying.
I don't know.
I'm married.
I'm not
Models.
saying they were for you.
Oh, all right, good.
Well, I mean,
it was
I'm pretty sure they were male models, not female.
For one, it was a $30 million house that they told me to come to. So I'm coming straight from West Philly. My Impala, I'm driving up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm hoping that my don't get a flat. You know what I'm saying? They said come into this $30 million house and drop off the painting. And me personally, I was just trying to do what I had to do, be cool and roll. I wasn't trying to hang around. I ain't really with that. So they asked me to stay. And after they asked me to stay, I was like, perfect, because I wanted to stay.
Right.
I wasn't going to be like, yo, can I just
You weren't going to just stick around. Yeah, I feel
Yeah, so it was just organic, man. So I met Oren through him trying to buy some art. And then I met Wayne that night. And then they told me to keep coming up. They was like, we got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do right now. I'm up here.
So to reverse back now that there was like a meeting prior. So I remember he came up that night. Oren doesn't know nothing about art at all. I know he bought a painting from him, which I also know that Heem was blown away from how much he paid. I think, was that the most expensive painting at that point? At that time, $1,500. You couldn't believe it. Like, you know, his wife was the one, I think, who negotiated the deal. And I think they were going to do $800 or $700. I'm going to give $1,500, and it's crazy. So, long story short, I remember Heem calls me. We had an event with a charity event we were doing with this doctor. He was raising money through art for dentistry for the kids. Not really, but, you know, people not everybody's great, you know. They put that persona on. But anyhow, it was an event with Retina, another interesting artist. And he calls, yo, what's up at that event? I'm like, yeah, pull up for sure. Now, all I know is that Warren bought a painting from him. I didn't know nothing past that. I don't even think I even really looked at his art like that, to be honest, or his page like that. Because I'm not an art guy. If I see art, it's cool. I'm not jumping out the window, and I'm, you know, it's also still in the beginning of building our business. I didn't have money for art. This is like 14, right? So I'm 14. Mm-hmm. So I say, you know, the event is in New York, though. You're in Philly. He's like, nah, hell no, I'm coming up. I'm like, all right, come up. And I think that was the night that kind of solidified everything, kind of like where we came up. Because we went to Will's house after that.
Maybe again.
Yeah, again. Yeah. And we just chopped it up at Will's house and just really get to know him and learn about him and his buddy who was with AJ was there. And I'm just listening to that. They was telling about how they were selling $20 sunglasses with Heem's signature on them. Mm-hmm. And, you know, from there, Warren sold a few paintings to a few of our collectors. And, you know, I started looking at his art and I fell in love with it. I'm like, damn, his art is fire. Like, this is like right up my alley. I've seen art everywhere, but his art is like different. It really speaks to me.
Yeah.
And what really hit the lid was when I started telling y'all about my life and I played basketball. So you're like, yo, call me one day. Yo, you still play basketball? I'm like, yeah. Like, come run down at Carmelo's gym, at the Jordan gym, right down the street from where the Knicks play. Right. I'm like, all right, cool. So it's Travis Scott there, it's Mayweather, it's Chris Brown. It's like
it was crazy.
Private run for like everybody. So you know, we playing or whatever, and I'm sitting with one of the guys who run
Jeff Chen
with Jeff. So if for some reason he's just sitting down. He's like, yo, would you want to do a Jordan deal? He's like,
randomly.
I didn't know you could play basketball. I just thought you was an artist. I've been following you. And I'm like, would I want to do a Jordan deal?
I forgot about that day. That day was crazy. I didn't realize those people were there. Justin Bieber was there, I think.
Everybody
was nuts.
So the way it happened was...
When was this?
This is the 15. When the Jordan had that gym. Remember that
I'm
gym?
pretty sure
Terminal 23. It's 14. It was 14.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
The project with Jordan was 15.
Right.
So,
it was winter time, sure.
Yeah, make a long story short, I got my first big deal, like my first deal ever, just being invited to go play basketball with Oren, Wayne, with a circle. Damn. So once that happened, and it was the most money that I've ever made, you know what I'm saying?
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it was turned up. It was for his neighborhood randomly. It was a project called J's for A's. A's for J's. A's for J's.
It was actually Philadelphia public schools. All the kids that sustained at an A average, they got free certificates for Jordans at all these different Foot Lockers and stuff. And I was the one that, you know, I did like
12-footers, 3 of them.
It was huge.
It was crazy.
Nike truck came to the house. I didn't even have no studio. I didn't have no studio. I had to.
This is his first deal. There was no other deal done. We did some real painting. This is like
my homie to take all this stuff out of his crib. I said, yo, the couch got to go. All that got to go. Bro, I have to do this here. I messed this hardwood floors up. I gave you money for it, though. I have no other place to go.
It's worth it.
Yeah. So just saying that, it all revolved back to, I said, yo, if this can't happen when I'm just hanging out with y'all guys.
Out of nowhere.
We got to put a contract together. I said, I'll write this shit up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how it happened. I was like, because it could have been like, oh, cool. Me not thinking business. I could say, oh, I'll make 25 grand. And I'm just, all right, y'all, hit me up.
And now, fast forward 7
years
later.
Yeah.
Fast forward 6 years later, all the stuff in between, and now we're sitting here with Brian, who's Deshaun's marketing manager, Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans, and now we're here sitting with him. So the thing that you say the A, B, C, D, the L, and then you get to the W, it's live, it's real, and it happens to be right now, right here in front of us. So I mean, amazing. And as well, Brian also has a story of the A to the W as well. His story is great. He's in the trenches as well, like that real grinding, like the rat race really grind.
Yeah, I mean that's
a lot of left turns.
A lot of off-roading.
A lot of detours, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel you.
There's definitely no,
Right, introduce yourself, what you do, how you started.
What do I do? I don't even know what I do.
Where you started?
The lines have been so blurred.
I do the same shit. I really don't know what I do. I just
people
do.
come up to me like, oh, you do Deshaun's marketing, and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, so what do you guys got going on? And sometimes I forget about the millions of dollars in endorsement deals, and I start talking about, partnering with SaLADeEN, we're doing this, we're doing that, and they're like, wait, you do marketing? And I'm like, wow, kind of PR, kind of business relations, kind of.
You're 360.
Be his best friend, a little bit of everything. So I've kind of blurred the marketing manager role pretty heavily. Because, but even with Jalen Ramsey, who's another one of my clients, I don't even know if I've done a marketing deal for him in the last 6 months. But I've built relationships for him, partnerships, things that these guys can be. Don't get me wrong, all those major brands, they pay big money, but stuff, I think the thing that Deshaun is probably talking about the most to people right now is what he's doing with it.
Okay.
He hasn't made a penny on it yet. Who knows what he'll make, but it's not. It's the thing that it's different.
He's more passionate about that.
At the end of the day, he's a top, however you want to argue it, 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Mahomes gets endorsement deals. Russell Wilson gets endorsement deals. But Deshaun's proud because none of them are partnering with one of the hottest artists in the country right now.
That's what's up.
And that's something real that you can hear that.
No, trust me, I believe you. And, people tell me, oh, you're an inspiration, this, now. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Like, to look at me and say, oh, you inspired me. I was like, I'm just doing. So, you're just painting what you've always done. But that's what it makes people great, is when you don't even know that you're great, you end up being great. I mean, that's just what it is. Because people are great. You can't say that you're not great at what you do. You are.
I think some of the best partnerships come out of when you don't even know what's going to, like, when I started, first of all, I started talking to Wayne because I needed car service. And here we are. Yeah. So that just proves
3 years ago.
What I always try to stress to young people whenever they ask me, oh man, how do you get to do what you do? They see the show Ballers, they think that,
I thought I was on that show last night.
for every Wayne meeting,
for real.
There's the 9 other ones that never went anywhere, but the energy was right. So I was like, man, something great could come out of this. So I'm gonna take the time, whether it's a Saturday or a Sunday, whatever it is. Because I can't keep my eye off the ball, right? I gotta keep driving revenue for my guys.
Yeah.
But if I see something that's great, that may be a little bit of a longer term play, you gotta take a shot.
Oh yeah.
You gotta go out of your comfort zone. That's like the ultimate. Be comfortable, be uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what they say. I'm gonna take a quick break because we got. All right, so I get people from time to time asking me how I record my podcast, and I tell them it's simple. I do it on my phone, and I have a plug-in speaker. All I need is a quiet space and my phone, and it's free. They have all kinds of tools to help you do it, to edit, to cut, to ad-lib, whatever it is that you want. And once it's ready and you upload, Anchor has you all set up where you post it or upload the audio once or the episode, and it'll distribute it across other platforms like Spotify or podcasts or Apple Podcasts. And I mean, it does it all for you, which is pretty neat because sitting there trying to upload stuff forever takes forever. And you can make some money. So there's sponsorships, no minimum listenership. I mean, it's pretty darn easy. It's everything you need to make a podcast in your pocket. So go download the free Anchor app and go hit anchor.fm and get your podcast started. So we're back. So we'll be right back. Let's keep it going.
So what we're doing down here in Houston, while we're here, SaLADeEN and Deshaun are partnering up in a lot of things, mixing art with sports and properly.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on. Obviously, if you follow SaLADeEN, you know he's been doing a lot in the sports world with the card world, the sports cards.
Yeah.
He got into the Topps 2020, and from there, it just so much has happened with that Topps drop. And now we're doing a few cards. We're doing basically a capsule collection in a sense, right? A few cards with Deshaun, doing some merch with him, and as well, future we're doing cleats, cancer cleats. What is it, SaLADeEN?
I don't want to mess the name up, but it's something that they do every year in the NFL. It's for the awareness for cancer. They get designed headphones, custom designed cleats and things like that, so they can represent whatever organization and things like that they they're part of.
So on top of that, there also Beats and SaLADeEN and Deshaun have a collab on some headphones coming out as well. So it's a lot going on. So we're coming down here on the 26th, where we're going to put, as you know, what we do at PCNY, we do the exotic car rallies, but it's always some type of charity behind it. So this is going to be the charity drive for costumes for the kids. The school we're working with is called Provision, who Brian hooked it up with, which that's their go-to school, and it's also with the Deshaun's Foundation. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a pack for the people that sign up for the rally. You sign up, you'll get which is very super limited. Like, I mean, this is probably going to be it'll happen again, but when, I don't know, when you're going to get a card, the Deshaun card that's signed by Deshaun and by SaLADeEN, which
I got you.
Very rarely do you see a SaLADeEN card signed and you have to be lucky to get it. Not like that. That's just luck of the draw. It's not like, hey, you could come get it unless it was sold. Like I think we did the Derek Jeter ones. We sold them as is signed. But otherwise, it's like you're buying, you might get one, you might not. But now you have an opportunity to actually get one and signed by Deshaun, which we never have a player and SaLADeEN on a card. It's never been done. That's crazy. Never been done. So this will be a first time. So they'll get a card, and the rest of the money will go to buying costumes for the kids, which we're going to do the rally. We're going to drive a nice rally. We're going to actually do it today. We're going to do a 150-mile loop all the way up. I don't know what the hell is up there. I'm looking forward to just being out and driving. I love that. Yeah. And then end up at Deshaun's new restaurant that they have a chain of. It's called Lefties. The kids are going to be there waiting. We're going to pull in with all the cars, exotics. We're going to have music, food, and then they're going to get their costumes at the same time. There are also some of the kids that are like doing top in their school. They're going to get some of these cards as well. So, you know, you're handing them money, basically. You're handing them something that's worth money. And, you know, for them, they'll learn something from that. They'll understand the value of this trading card. You know, to them, you know, nowadays trading cards are on a whole nother planet. I mean, you follow, you know, Gary Vee and all these guys, you see what's going on. So, you know, to inspire these kids to learn something new and understand investment, you know, it's small, but they're being given something of value. And I'm excited to do that. And then from there, we're going to do the merch drop. Also, I believe we'll be doing this store called Space, which is Travis Scott's store. And that's where we're going to do the merch drop. So it's going to be an amazing day. Then we're doubling back to New York at the end of the week, where they're doing another drop at Bleecker Trading. We're doing Deshaun's book, which SaLADeEN did a special edition cover for it. So we'll have the book, the card. Yeah, it's really out there.
Yes.
You know, breaking barriers, which both him and SaLADeEN both are on the same page. Where I feel like I am too. I mean, I'm not black, but I also came from, you know, the hood. I didn't grow up rich at all,
and that's the whole point of all this.
So yeah, it's you could do it. That's the whole point.
Just because you grew up somewhere that, you know, pretty much rock bottom, don't do shit. Sure. Sometimes that's what makes you stronger. That's what makes you
stronger.
So I'm a firm believer of that. But that's pretty dope, man. And just so everybody knows, who's Deshaun?
Deshaun Watson is the quarterback of the Texans, Houston Texans, who is top dog. He's a real talented quarterback, seriously talented, like super nasty, natural guy, and a gentleman. Like, listen, anybody comes in our circle, don't matter who you are, what you have, how much you have. If you don't got the energy, you ain't in the circle. Period.
Yeah.
You could have nothing. At least I click well with the homeless people.
Oh yeah. I read about that.
I can't say they're in the circle because they don't have phones, but I click with them. You know, when I see them, it's always love because they have the energy. You know, they don't even come in. They genuinely care. These are the homeless people telling you, Wayne, you doing too much. Slow the hell down. You don't got to come down here every day. Like, people that really care, just people that show their real spirit, and that's what it is. When your real spirit comes out, it's a connection automatically. Like how we met you. If Einstein says to go, and then we spoke, I felt good about speaking with you. I have a million people that want to hit him for podcasts. Not that I'm too good to do it, but I don't have time for all that. But when the energy is right, and the energy comes from the energy giver like Einstein, it comes together. That's how it all goes. So that being said, you know, hanging with Deshaun and hanging with Brian, you know, good guys, just genuine good guys. I've been driving Deshaun for 3.5, 4 years. Never even met the guy until recently. When he had time to come out, he put a car for me up in, I helped him get a car. And he's into the car thing, I'm into the car thing, and that's how we are here now. And now so much more has transpired today. Hopefully, I don't know if he's arrived with us, but we're going to plan the route today for the 26th. The 26th will be amazing. We need all the people to come out. If you don't have a car, you can donate costumes if you want to support. You know, the kids need costumes. Right. You know, the parents can't afford them. You know, costumes aren't cheap. You know, to spend $60, $80, $100 for one night for your child, and what if you have 3 children? 4 children.
Yeah.
How you doing that?
It's a one night thing, and it's not. I feel. What part of town are you doing it in?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. It's starting somewhere around one of these. We're gonna find out today, so we're gonna go check the dealers see who's on the same page with us. It's starting one of these deals, but we're going all the way up north, all the way some big circle through some like national parks, and we rallying like 150 miles.
That's pretty dope. Okay, well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be there. We'll see if we can put something together, and I'll donate whatever I can donate because that's just what has to be done. Period.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Einstein, see about his Wall Street guys that are down here.
Oh, really?
But, I mean, Einstein knows people everywhere.
That dude is.
See who he knows that they can throw something up.
That man is the truth.
That man is definitely the truth.
Yes.
Einstein.
Peter
Tuckman.
Man, I love listening to his stories and the stuff he talks about. And him on the floor, he put my sticker on one of his screens at his job. I was like, I made it to Wall Street. I don't know about Wall Street, but I made it to Wall Street. But that's what's up, man. So I guess you guys are going to go and do something positive here in Houston, and pretty much the whole month. I guess you guys will be here, leave, come back.
Yeah, we'll be here for the next day or so. Are you staying until Thursday? Is that what you said?
No, I'm going to leave tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I was actually going to ask you for a play
6 o'clock. So we're here now, PM. We're here now. We're going to come back. I'm going to come back probably on the 24th, which will be that Friday that weekend. They also have a home game that weekend. Just making sure everything's organized and set. Today we're planning stuff, and it's going to be big. It's going to be a big event, and it's going to just, like I was telling Brian last night, I said this could be something inaugural, pretty much. And I'm telling you, I did this in Yonkers last year. Kids need these costumes are huge. The kids are so happy to for parents. It's not often this happens. Like cool costumes, not like gonna give just a mask. Cool, full blown, costume.
Like a real Iron Man,
Right. I got you. Cool. Like make it a mainstay in Houston, but my goal is down. I don't want to put a timetable on it, but at some point, this is coming nationwide.
Yeah.
He owned it. Deshaun, Wayne, SaLADeEN, they owned it in Houston, but now Miami wants it. New York wants it. This people want it. And we bring this everywhere.
And that's because you have a guy like Deshaun who's way past me, way past him in the level of connecting with people. So now he can talk to this quarterback and that team, that quarterback. Now his teams. That was my goal with the food. My goal with the food was that I want to do it in other states. I don't want to just do it in New York. I want to be able to connect, and so other people get inspired by what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I get that. People call me all the time. They try to do it with the homeless. I have people DM me, I just picked the homeless guy from the street. I'm taking him to McDonald's. I said, bro, I didn't tell you to go pick anything up off the street. Take it easy. He's like, no, look, he's in the car with me right now. I'm like, oh my God. Over-inspired right there.
Yeah.
But imagine that. Now you connect the whole thing, and you put the dots together. So appreciate it.
You can do a truck rally, and the truck has. I mean, especially with all the types of. I was talking to a dude yesterday. He's building a mobile studio that he can go on and record it. I mean, a full-blown video audio studio, and just imagine that with trucks, with haircuts. There's dudes that do haircuts.
I wanted to do a shower truck a long time ago.
Sorry,
I want to do that in New York. I want to make a truck with showers. I mean, it's a little complicated, but I definitely want to do it. But yeah, I see people doing that. That would be cool to do like a mobile barbershop. That would be sick.
And I've seen that.
Of course. Have you seen a mobile barbershop?
Yeah. There's already there's people that go to and especially around school time, they'll go down to certain areas and give haircuts like for free.
Love that.
And they actually do it for the homeless as well.
Mickey Queens?
Yeah.
Mickey, Asian Mickey?
Yeah,
okay. I know Mickey from like 94.
Bro, I know him from going in his basement and getting
a haircut. I know him from going in his basement and getting a haircut too.
And then he did it at a speedway at a freaking race car.
Yeah, of course, Speed World. I met him because he went
to
hair school with one of my ex-best friends, and that's how I met him.
Where, in Rikers Island?
He went to hair school in Astor place right there on Broadway. Well, 93, 92, 98, he definitely done a little of everything.
There's people that do that, and for the homeless too.
Yeah.
But one of the things I was hoping that comes from, not hoping, I know it's going to happen, that's going to come from this is like, we blow this out in Houston. Maybe it has to be a couple of years in a row, who knows? But then, like, there's people that, like, the beauty of Deshaun is there's a lot of superstars there. I think the way it could be valuable is if this hits, when this hits in Houston, who knows? Such and such, little baby is like, yo, Deshaun, I want to bring that to Atlanta. Who we have a relationship with his team. I don't know, insert basketball player who's like, damn, that's cool. We got to bring that to Chicago. We got to bring that here. Like, that is my, like, how I'm hoping that it becomes. Now it's like, I'm just using Little Baby as an example. Little Baby joins forces with Deshaun Watson and PCNY rallies. They're now doing it in Atlanta. We're now doing it in Miami. And that is the ultimate where we know this really was a success. That's like that's where I'd like to see this go.
And that would be perfect. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that would jump in on this. And
hey man, you want to buy nice cars, you want to buy all that stuff. That's great. Find a way to leverage it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use it for good as well.
I'm about to say there's not a lot of people that have the power to use their power to do better, and especially take it up so many more notches than just being, hey, I got a little foundation, but really be in the mud of it and really helping, because that's how it gets done. I use as much power as I can, and he does as much power as he can, and he does. But it's just when you get the bigger the picture, the more people get help. And I actually did something for some lady the other day. I helped her out to get a car, and I had to go through her bank statements to help her find and just to see how much money she had in her bank. And it's like, and I could know that that's all she has in her life. Yeah. And besides the checks that she gets, and it's like, it's crazy what people need out here, and we forget because you're in a lifestyle that you don't even. I'm sure you know, but you forget because you're in this other lifestyle. You forget that there's these people that really, genuinely, and so many. So when you have someone like Deshaun who's up there, that can really spread the word and push it and really genuinely care, and you see it, it inspires me. I get inspired because I know how, if you're a busy person, you got a lot going. I can just imagine, like, you're a busy person. I can just imagine what Deshaun is like when you have to, like, organize his stuff, but still to take the time, him to organize an event in basketball down in his city for giving back. It's a lot to do, organize any of it, be part of it. But and there's only benefits you want to help, and that's in people's heart. And it's a blessing to be around that. That's our circle. All our circle has that heart. If you don't have that heart, it don't come in the circle. It don't fit in. You might come around the circle, but you won't keep bouncing out of it. Like, boom, boom, boom.
I mean, you don't have to be wealthy to do this. Right. I've given $100 bills to people that people look at me. Why'd you do that? I was like, I mean, you see their face. The lady's crying because she has kids at home. She just wants to buy Christmas presents for them. You know what? Here's $100. It doesn't matter. And I'll sit there, hug her, and people just look like, wow, I've never seen that. It's like, well, that's life. Like, help people. Somebody help me, I'm gonna help you. You help them. That's, if we create that whole circle and that vibe, people are gonna do it.
Of course.
Period. So I'm all for it. So if anybody out there wants to chip in, I mean, hit us up, hit me up. You guys will get everybody's Instagrams and all their information. So if you want to get involved, get involved. I don't want to, have no one react and say, hey, I don't want to get involved, or I don't know how to get involved. This is the platform. DM, call, email. There's no excuse. Everybody has some type of messaging system. Mm-hmm. So, just I'll put everything in the description. Put it that way. Yeah. So let me have you plug. Where do we find King SaLADeEN?
King SaLADeEN on Instagram is at King SaLADeEN, KINGSaladeen. My website is www.kingsaladeenart.com. I'm on Twitter, all the social media platforms, man. You can pretty much find me.
I don't have a cool name. I wish I did. We're gonna work on that. But pretty straightforward. Bryan Burney 13, BRYAN BURNEY 13, and I'm on LinkedIn as well, which is, I think, a great tool that young people should really learn how to utilize better. You'd be surprised the connections you can make on there, and I think young people need to start leaning into LinkedIn a little bit more. I think they don't really realize how it could be utilized without just looking at it.
There's a lot of power in there.
There is, and you can really narrow down who you're trying to find, unlike social media.
I'm Wayne Schneider. You could find me at PCNY. That's PCNY. PCNY in the streets.
How do you spell that?
That's PCNY in the streets.
Can't miss it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you see that peace signal in the air, you know it's going down. That's it. Thank you, Borris, for
no doubt,
having
man.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
This kind of worked out in a crazy weird way.
Yeah, definitely.
He's like, hey, I'm going to be in Houston next week, so I ain't got time. I was like, yeah, I live there. He's like, what? Oh, that's right.
Here we go.
There we go. All right, everybody. Check all the descriptions, and please do your part. Peace.
Yo, so this guy emailed.
All right, so you made it to the end, and I appreciate it as always. So we got all kinds of things that I'm going to put out there for you guys to kind of get involved. When you go onto the website through Anchor for my podcast, you're going to see 3 different buttons. Listen on Spotify, support, message. Leave me a goddamn message. Something, anything. I don't even know if that button works. Well, I do know it works, but yeah, hit the button, leave a message so I could put you on. Same thing with the support button. You can support just like Patreon. They have their own version of the support system. This stuff, takes time and takes money. And if I bring you value, all I can request is support. So do what you got to do. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, we're all on that, on all those platforms. So if you go to my website, kingborris.com, you will see all the stuff that I've put together in there. Articles and media and all the fun stuff. Merch is coming soon too. So we're going to have all kinds of stuff, hats and shirts and gloves. And I'm going to try something a little different. I don't know what, but hey, leave a message in the option for messages and tell me what you guys would like. Maybe I can make some bobbleheads. I do got a big head, but but yeah, so appreciate all you guys. Go ahead on the website and start playing with all the features. Sharing goes a long way. Support others. I support as much as I can. I love it when people support me. I always return the favor because, that's one of the best ways to help others out. Supporting, sharing, commenting, liking, all of that. So whether it's for me or someone else, just get into a habit of sharing something for someone, because a lot of us are trying to live off of this or trying to make something of it. So, it always helps. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. Have a good holiday. It's coming up, and don't catch that damn COVID.